Before the Schoolyard Initiative started, Boston's schoolyards were these awful, dismal, cracked asphalt lots. No green, no color, just these really uninviting places for kids. And we've transformed them into these dynamic centers for recreation, learning, and community life. The idea was that schoolyards could be a resource for the school, not just a place to park the cars. It was a place where kids could play, that the community could engage on the weekends, and that there could be a learning component. The Boston Schoolyard Initiative is this extraordinary partnership between the City of Boston, led by Mayor Menino, the Boston Public Schools, and a group of private funders called the Boston Schoolyard Funders Collaborative. And together, we have invested over $20 million in Boston Schoolyards since 1995. And as of today, we have revitalized 88 Boston public schoolyards across every neighborhood of the city. Physical activity is incredibly important for the health of children. And so the schoolyard has become a great place for both PE and recess, because a lot of schools don't have gyms. Recess has become increasingly important as we think about the obesity issues facing our children today. And research shows that healthier students are more open to learning.
The Henry Group Schools model is academics plus athletics equals achievement. It is very important at the group school as far as athletics, because we really do believe in health and wellness, and to have an environment where students feel that it is important for them to really take their health and their wellness very seriously. Last year, our schoolyard was really a concrete slab of an area where students, in some ways, took a risk to play out there because there was no place for them to have safe play.
They came out and played. They might have kickball, jump rope, but they didn't have much fun. They were too worried they're going to fall and get hurt. Schoolyard now is beautiful. We get a nice turf field here and the structure to play on, and a nice place to just, if kids don't want to be active, they can sit and play checkers or chess over here, and when the trees are all in bloom, it'll be shaded for them to sit and relax. It's a much nicer space, more comfortable space, enjoyable space. We've had gym classes out here. We do before school box program. No one's getting hurt, no one's injured. Everyone's having a great time. The kids want to come out and play and be more active rather than just kind of wondering what they should do. They come out and they run around, and everyone's getting some good physical activity.
I'm Damari, and I'm in 5th grade. I think it was a very, very great transformation with the playground and all the outdoor experience. It's just great, and I love the field.
Recess at the Edison. We are, I think, one of the few K-8 schools in the district where everybody gets recess every day, including our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. The old schoolyard looked like a parking lot because that's really what it was a gigantic field of asphalt. We submitted a proposal for a schoolyard renovation. It got funded, and so today it's remarkable to see how the space has changed and how children interact in the space because of all the changes. We see much more activity at all levels, and we also, our nurse says that there's a lot fewer kids coming to her office having skinned their knees because they were just chasing one another around the big asphalt yard. I think the Boston Schoolyard Initiative transforms the outdoor space of school the way that a lot of our academic acceleration agenda has transformed what's going on inside our classrooms.
Nature deficit disorder refers to the lack of relationship that kids have with nature in today's society. Not every kid in Boston has easy access to lots of green space. So for some, the schoolyard becomes the one place they can go to touch plants or dig for bugs and just connect with the natural world. Even in a tiny space, you can create an opportunity for a small child to become immersed in nature or find some solitude. Studies show that contact with nature makes kids healthier, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. The outdoor classrooms give kids access to green space not only during recess and after school, but during class time as well. The Boston Schoolyard Initiative has built over 100 garden beds in Boston public schools. Gardens are becoming more and more important to schools as they realize that in order to curb the obesity epidemic, they have to teach kids about healthy eating, and growing their own food is part of that. There's a gardening advocate in California who likes to say, if kids grow kale, kids eat kale.
My hope is that the work of the Boston Schoolyard Initiative is a foundation. It's a foundation that the city and BPS continue to build on over time, and that the work that we've done together lives on, and that it lives on in healthy kids, it lives on in kids who are excited, engaged in science, and in kids who really have built healthy lifestyles around engaging themselves in nature and playing outside. We're very proud of the role that Boston has played nationally in thinking about schoolyards and the resource that they can be for both the school and the community.
The Boston Schoolyard Initiative is awesome, quite frankly. I believe that it really does give a school the sense of identity. It brings the community together, parents, outside agencies, and for us really to develop a common mission and focus, and to have children at the forefront of that.